Hello, and welcome to Monthly Microphone Monday. This is actually the second one I'm doing, and well, I guess if you didn't see the last one, you want to know what this is. Basically, the idea is that every Monday, or like every month, I'll take one Monday out of the month, and I try to look at a cheap microphone. And by cheap, I mean $20 or less. And put it through a few tests to see if it's any good and something maybe you'd be interested in using if you had it and it was cheap and all that good stuff. And basically, I'm going to be doing the tests are basically four of them. I'm going to be doing a test of just the raw audio of the mic recorded into Audacity, speaking normally. I'm going to do one with enhanced audio. I'm also going to test recording a little bit of music onto it to see how it picks up music. And lastly, I'm going to try it with ASMR. Since these are all things that I might actually do on my channel, I'm by no means a professional YouTuber, much less an audiophile or sound engineer. So, take everything with a large grain of salt. But these are fairly cheap microphones, and it's just kind of nice to maybe play around and check them out and see if, maybe one of these is something you would be interested in. And, I don't know. Let's go unbox the one for today, which is by, I believe the company name was PoP Voice. It is the MPH-01. Let's do it. All right. So here is the box for the MPH-01. I believe there's not really much else around the. Oh, there's a thing on the side here. What does this say? Can we even read that? There's a microphone. Okay, I don't know if that tells us a whole lot. I don't know what directivity means. Yeah, so that's a 3.5 millimeter plug. I think on this side. It comes with this thing, so you can, okay. So you can use a USB with it. I don't know. This will probably end up doing that. Yeah. And then open over on this side. We can do that. Nothing really on the back other than the barcode doesn't tell us anything. Let's see. Oh, it's hard to reach over this like this. I didn't pick the best position. Should just do it upside down and click the video. Oh my gosh, there's all kinds of stuff in here. Oh. Got a QR code that you can probably scan now. You can activate my warranty for me. I don't do that. Just want me to leave them a review. Yeah, QR code thingy or something, and that's great. Awesome, cool, I guess. And then the manual, which looks like it actually has pages and stuff, which is good. I could thumb through that later. Wow, it actually has like sections of it. This is packaged nicely and everything. And we got the little, if I can find out where it opens. We've got the, this clip dealio for clipping it, so that must be something we can screw onto there. I'll put garbage over there. This is very deep in there. This is the actual mic part itself. Oh, is this a piece that's just sitting on top of it? Yes. This is the. We'll save the mic for last if I don't drop it. But this is a little connector for connecting to the PC. Is it 5H? I don't know if that's about. But yeah, you can put that in there. Okay. And what's this other thing over here? Oh, this is the base. Tied up pretty good there. But There's another bass. Wow, this unboxing is really the most exciting part, isn't it? Here's a little bass. And I get... This doesn't screw onto here, does it, right? Does it? Does it just screw onto there? That's it? Oh, I think it does. Okay. It just screws right onto there. And that's our stand. That's I guess it is just a little desktop one, isn't it? Okay. Anything else in there? Just the foam stuff. It's pretty nice packaging for it, though. Somewhat impressed. And then the main event. There's a little end down there for that. And put it right off. Okay, so just kind of. I mean, is there anything like discernible here, or is it just no? I guess it's probably multi-directional or whatever. So it probably doesn't matter. There we go. And the microphone. Let's do the test, I guess, because that's I think that's all we're gonna get out of that. How exciting. Okay, 2 quick things to add here, just because I guess a few things, whatever, I forgot to say. So in the booklet they mention, down here somewhere, that it's omnidirectional. They also mention that if it doesn't work, that you should try turning the knob, or not the knob, but like turning like the jack back and forth, I guess, making sure it's got good connection. That seems kind of fishy, but yes, it's omnidirectional, so it doesn't really matter what way it's facing, so it should pick up noise everywhere. Another thing is that on the front here, this also, I just didn't mention, it said voice chatting, great for voice chatting, gameplay online, and streaming broadcasts. So, I mean, that's not, you don't need to know that, that's not super important, I just wanted to say it because it was part of the packaging that I just didn't say. And the other thing is that I just looked at online to see how much I paid for it, and this one was, I already forgot. This one was $12, and also it's not available to buy anymore. So unless they're bringing it back or there's other things that are just like it, this may have been a waste of time. But let's check it out anyway, because I spent money on it, so yeah, I want to hear it, god damn it. Alright, so this is just a quick test here of regular audio. It had the option to select it one channel at 48 kilohertz. So that's the audio I'm doing this at, and it's just kind of here. One thing that, I mean, I'll go a little closer just because, like, maybe if you're recording certain stuff, you might be really close. It's omnidirectional, so I guess I could go kind of anywhere around it as long as I'm around. But the thing is, like, I tried to plug this in directly and it didn't work. So I don't know why that is. I don't know. It's just my computer with that audio jack, but it didn't work. So I had to plug in the USB thing to be able to plug in also the headphones and stuff. But so the USB thing is in there because otherwise, I just recorded my laptop. So I did that, and I also turned off any audio enhancements because it seems to mess with things. So if you're going to do any of these things like this, be sure to do that. And we'll see how this sounds just like this on its own. Here's some of the edited audio that I'm going to do, where basically in this I usually go in and in Audacity I'll do the noise reduction tool to get rid of some of the background noise that it creates. I'll also do a pass with bass and treble to boost the bass by 3 and the treble by 1 just to make me sound more dynamic. And then I'll usually go in with a compressor and just do the default compressor thing so everything's a little more even, not as many like really loud and quiet parts. So we see how that works. Also just kind of testing some of the omnidirectionalness of this by pointing it kind of around different directions. It shouldn't really matter that much because I can still see the holes for it and stuff, so it's relatively close to where I am. I assume it gets most of the sound from the top bit, but it probably can pick up sound from a lot of places. I mean, it's not, I don't know, behind it's probably not going to pick up a whole lot of it facing the opposite direction. But you're not always going to be right up next to it. Or if you are going to be, then it has to be probably on something more than this dinky little stand. But this is what the audio might sound like in such a situation. Here's a music demo off of the keyboard. This is just a quick ASMR test. See how it copes with ASMR type sounds. And this is just up close with like a soft spoken and a bit of a whisper, just to see what that's kind of like, how much noise it's really picking up. Just what that's kind of like. I guess we'll see. Alright, so after these tests with the MPH-01, I'm pretty impressed. For a $12 microphone, this does sound pretty good, I think. I mean, maybe, again, I could just be kind of crazy because I haven't tested a ton of microphones and I'm used to really crappy sounding ones from like probably 5 to 10 years ago. But, I mean, this is surprisingly good, I thought. Now, I will notice in the raw audio on the first one, for some reason there's a weird kind of a background noise, like almost like something is like a beat or something hitting it or something. Like you can hear just kind of a weird sound that's repetitively in the background. I don't know why that was. So that's like a weird thing. It's also weird that I can't just use it directly. Maybe some computers can, maybe some can't, maybe some devices just can and can't. But I had to, use the little like dongle thing to plug in the USB end. And then it worked all right. The only issue is that if you're going to do that, I would say if you're using this thing, which you might have to do, make sure that you listen to your audio through just your computer or whatever, because this is not a very good sound card in here. The audio the microphone gives you actually sounds better, just that actual audio. Like when I listened to it with my headphones plugged into the computer, it sounded even better than trying to listen to the port on here. So something with this thing I think is kind of interfering with it a bit or making it weird. And the raw audio of it, it's actually like the other clips were pretty good. Like music, there was a good amount of like bass and treble into it. It's not super bassy, and there is still a bit of a tinny element to it, a little bit, but it's not bad. It's definitely not anything where you listen to it and be like, wow, what a really tinny microphone. It's just like a little bit more in the treble end of things. Like the cable goes on for a year, which is cool if you don't want to be right next to your whatever, whatever it's plugged into. That's kind of a nice thing, I suppose. It is made out of, like I say, it's made out of metal. They said that on the box, and like that feels kind of neat. It looks kind of cool. Is visually, I kind of like it. If you wanted to, you could probably put, like, get a windscreen thing or something for it too, if you're worried about air and other stuff. And when it was like with the audio enhancements on it, was really good. Got rid of any background noise really, and it just sounds really extra good there. I think if you're using it just for some voice work like that, I think it'd be pretty good. And ASMR, I also think it's pretty good. There is the background noise you can hear, like it's just supposed to have noise kind of canceling stuff. This is supposed to help with that, but you can still kind of hear a background like air hum noise. I realize I have air conditioning on, but I don't think it's necessarily even that, because even when the air conditioning isn't running, you can hear that. So I don't know. That's the thing where I'm guessing that's probably where some of these cheap microphones are probably going to have that issue. So if you're loud enough, or the stuff is going on enough where you don't really hear that, or if you're just editing the audio, pretty good. Maybe get a bigger stand if you're going to be further away, because like I said, like while it's omnidirectional, when I was further away and around it and stuff, like it still picked me up, but it picked me up the best when I was like pretty close to it up here. Around the sides is okay. On the back, I don't know. If you have distance though, I noticed you definitely get a lot more room noise. So ASMR gets good for picking up noises. That's actually pretty good for that. But if you don't mind the white noise in the background, some people like that for those kinds of things. But yeah, there's just some things to consider. Still, I'm pretty impressed for something that, again, is $12 for this thing. Really wish these weren't all going unlisted at this point, that I waited so long to review them. Maybe they'll come back. Maybe there's other things that are basically just this, but other brands on them. I don't know, because it doesn't say the branding on the thing. So I wouldn't be surprised if a different company is just, one company actually makes a bunch of these, and other companies just buy them and say, hey, we're selling them, and they're not ones actually shipping them to people and stuff. I don't know. Pretty impressed. It's pretty cool. And yeah, any other kind of tests or you want to see, or microphones you want to see, or stuff like that, you can leave that in the comments if you'd like. But I don't know. I got a case of the Mondays, so I gotta stop. Even though I recorded this in a totally different month on a Friday.